How you get so big into food of this kind?
Hello and welcome to Port Haven, the Star Wars Refuge, and we're here today to talk about this new fancy, swanky lottery and panel reservation system that's going on for Star Wars Celebration Chicago. I'm going to be a first-time attendee myself, and so I've been scouring the articles and the frequently asked pages that we've been given for it so I can kind of understand this myself, and I'm going to share what I have come to understand with you guys. So with that, let's get down to business to complete our schedules. There's a new reservation system at Star Wars Celebration, and if you're like me, you're a little bit confused. I'm going to try to break this down as simply as I can. All of my information comes from the lottery reservation article on StarWars.com and the frequently asked questions pages on the Star Wars Celebration website. Both are linked below, and I'll be showing screenshots from both of these throughout the video. At the end, I'll also talk a little bit about some general need-to-knows and a little bit on the merchandise lotteries. But basically, the best thing to do is remember the 1, 2, 3. One service, 2 systems, 3 stages. That's the primary thing for all of the new information that's coming out. The one service is the Celebration app, the 2 systems are the lottery and panel reservation, and the 3 stages in question are the Celebration stage at the Wintrust Arena and the Galaxy and Twin Suns stages. I'm going to walk you through this as best I can, but I am in no way associated with Star Wars Celebration or Lucasfilm in any way other than I've bought a badge and I'm going. Everything I'm saying is based on my interpretation and understanding of the articles that I'm going to be showing you guys. So if you get any kind of information from somebody who's actually official, you should be listening to them more than just me. So let's start with the one service. The one service is primarily going to be done through a mobile app. Now, as of the time that I'm recording this video, this app is not out. If you go to your various web app stores, you're going to see an app that is for 2017, for the 2017 celebration, but that's not the same thing. You need to wait for the 2019 app. All over the website, it's saying it's going to launch soon. You're going to need this app specifically, or use designated kiosks at the convention center in order to make panel reservations, do anything with the lotteries, make shopping reservations, and most importantly, to activate your badges. When you receive your badge, you'll activate it on the website or the app so that your badge can be your pass for getting into the con, as well as using any kind of reservations or any kind of lotteries that you've won. This app is going to be your centralized source for all things Celebration. I did say that you can use the kiosks at Celebration. It's important to note that you cannot use those kiosks for the lottery because the lottery will be decided before you even get to the convention center to use those kiosks, which is something I'm going to get to in a moment when we start talking about the lottery specifically. So yes, there will be kiosks at the location that you can use if you don't want to use the app on your phone, but keep in mind that you're going to need to use web services if you want to enter the lottery. With that, we have 2 systems for 3 stages. As I said, the 2 systems are the panel reservation system and the lottery system, and these are most relevant for the 3 stages, which is the main stage, the Celebration stage, the Galaxy stage, and the Twin Sun stage. The Celebration stage is the big kahuna stage, is where the big panels like the Episode 9 panel or the Phantom Menace Anniversary panel will be. The Galaxy and Twin Sun stages are for the big but not as marquee panels such as the Rebels Remembered panel or the Writers Roundtable panel. For the most part, the lottery system, which again I'm getting to in a moment, will be used for the Celebration stage. And advanced panel registrations, which I'm also getting to in another minute, will be used for the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages. Now, there are specific days where Galaxy and Twin Sun stages will be used as basically as overflow. It's going to be a space where you can watch the live stream of what's going on in the morning on the Celebration stage. So for example, on Friday, both the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages will be used to show what's going on at the Celebration stage, and getting into those will also be a lottery. There will be some days where one or both of those stages will be open for their own morning panels, and that's going to be based on the schedule, which you can check on yourself. Just keep in mind that for the most part, the lottery is going to be irrelevant to the Celebration stage, but there will be specific instances where it is relevant to the Galaxy or Twin Sun stages. That will be dependent upon the day in question. So with that, let's talk about how the lottery itself works. In the past, fans have gone to Celebration, and for the big panels, like a movie panel, they have waited out overnight in lines. This Celebration, they're getting rid of that system for any number of reasons. For fans with children or disabilities, it's not fair. They can't necessarily stay out overnight. There's been cases in the past where fans have camped out and then in the morning people line jumped and it didn't even matter that they camped out all night, they still didn't get in. So they've gone for this lottery system to try to make it more fair to everybody and to keep line jumping and cheating from happening effectively. So this lottery is something that you're going to enter, and it's going to be something you enter before you even go to Celebration. So if you want to get into one of the big panels, like the episode 9 panel, you need to start thinking about this now, and this is going to be your process you're going to start doing over this next weekend and week, and that's when all of this stuff is going to get decided, which is pretty good because you're going to know before you even go to Celebration what panels you're going to get into on the Celebration stage, and it'll give you time to be able to plan out what you're really going to do now instead of trying to come up with a plan B or C on the floor at the con. In order to enter this lottery, fans must have either the original email used to purchase their Star Wars Celebration Chicago badges or the confirmation number they received when they purchased the badges. So if you're worried because you haven't received your badges yet or you're not picking up your badges until you get to the venue, have no fear, you can still enter the lottery. You just need the email you used to order the tickets or the confirmation number from getting the tickets. This is what you're really going to use to enter the lottery. All fans must have valid badges for Star Wars Celebration Chicago for the days of their chosen panel takes place in order to participate in panel lotteries. Any remaining unclaimed admissions after the lottery period ends will be open for non-lottery day of advanced panel reservations on the mobile app, which is coming soon, the Celebration website, and on-site kiosks for fans that did not previously win a panel lottery. Which is to say, if you have a Saturday and Sunday day pass, you can't enter into the lotteries for Friday and Monday. You can only enter into the lotteries for Saturday and Sunday. An email with the winning lottery confirmation and QR codes for each member of the group will be sent to the email address associated with your order. For your convenience, you can attach your winning lottery code to your valid activated badge through the Star Wars Celebration mobile app. Now, you saw a lot in there about your group, so let's discuss what your group means. If your order had multiple adult badges purchased, you will be given 1 entry per adult badge on the order. For example, if you purchased 4 adult badges, you will be given 4 entries into the lottery of your choosing. If you ordered 2 adult badges, your order will get 2 entries. If you ordered kids badges, you will be able to include kids as part of your lottery submission. So this is entirely based on adult badges. Kids don't get to enter the lottery, but kids will be able to go with you if you win. Now, let's say you're like me. I have a friend who's going with me. We bought our badges separately, but we'd like to be able to go to these panels together and preferably even sit together. With the lottery, you are not only going to win your entry into the panel, you're also going to be given an assigned seat. So there's no reason to line up early to get a better seat. You're going to sit where you are instructed to sit. Now, my friend and I would probably like to sit together. How are we going to resolve this? Fans may enter a panel lottery for each of the days their badge is valid for as a group with a size determined by the number of badges associated with the original confirmation number or email previously entered, up to a maximum of 6. Fans also have the ability to group their lottery entries together with other friends and family, up to a maximum of 6. If you would like to sit in the same seating section as your friends and family who purchase badges on separate orders, you will need to submit your panel lottery submission with a shared group code. Group codes are available on the lottery submission webpage. On the webpage, select I am submitting as a group, and you will be shown a field where you can enter a group code that you have been given by friends and family, as well as a unique group code that you can share with friends and family. If you want to be in the same seating section, make sure everyone in your party enters the lottery as a group before this takes place. So basically, when you go to sign up with friends, there will be a section where you can say, I want to go as a group, and there will be a group code that you can put in. Now, I don't know exactly what this looks like because the website isn't up yet. It will become apparent. The lottery is going to take place over several days, so there's no rush. There's no reason to worry or panic right now if you don't know exactly how to do it. But presumably what will happen is one person will go in and say, I want to make a group. A group code will be generated, and then you just need to share that group code with everyone that you want to go with, up to 6 people. So say 12 of you want to go, there's just going to need to be 2 groups, and those 2 groups are going to kind of live or die together. That said, only one person needs to win the lottery in order to bring people in with them. If you win the lottery, you can go to the episode 9 panel with 5 other people, but only 5 other people, be it because there's 5 other people on the order you made yourself or through grouping tickets. The maximum you can group together is 6, so keep that in mind. You may want to start strategically planning who's going to be grouped with whom, depending on how many people you're trying to go with. Which leaves the next big question. When is this lottery? Lotteries for all morning panels on the Celebration stage and the streaming of those panels to the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages will be opened on Friday, March 29th and close on Thursday, April 4th. All fans must enter the lottery before 11:59 p.m. Central Time, which is Chicago time, on Thursday, April 4th. The time you enter a lottery has no impact on your chance of winning the lottery. Multiple entries to the panel with the same email address, confirmation number, or badge activation number will be void. Like I said, this lottery is going to happen before you go to Celebration, and you're going to know which lotteries you won before you even go to Celebration. As it said, do not try to enter this lottery more than once. If you ordered 4 tickets, use the email that you used to order those badges and you will get 4 entries into the lottery. You do not need to enter the lottery 4 times. That will happen when you put in your code. And keep in mind that all time frames going on as far as this convention is concerned is happening on Chicago time, which is in the central time zone of America. And also keep in mind that America is in daylight savings time right now, and you might need to factor that in as well. Easiest thing is to just Google what is central time while you're trying to figure out all of this. So what badges are eligible for lottery or panel reservations? It's the same rule for both, and we'll address this again when I get to the panel reservation portion of the video. All 5-day adult badges and media badges are eligible to submit for any panel lottery available. All single-day adult badges are able to submit for any panel lottery available taking place the day their badge is valid for. Special guest and exhibitor badges are not eligible to participate in panel lotteries. Kids badges are not able to submit for any panel lottery, but adult badges have the option of adding additional lottery submissions for kids badges at the time the submission is made. Children under 6 do not need a badge for Celebration Chicago. Children under 6 will not count against your group party size for the purposes of the panel lottery. So if you have a child under the age of 6, they do not count as the 5 other people that you can bring with you. So you can bring with you the 5 people you've selected plus all 17 of the children under the age of 6 that you're probably bringing. Also important to note, the Jedi Master VIP badges are not able to submit for any panel lottery as they are already guaranteed access to premium reserved seating at the Celebration stage for all panels. So if you're one of the lucky dogs that got the Jedi Master pass, you're good. You don't even need to do the lottery. You've got your seat for the Celebration stage. Enjoy the episode 9 trailer. We're all really, really happy for you. As I said earlier, you don't need your badge in order to participate in the lottery. All advanced panel lotteries will have already taken place by the time you may pick up your badge on site at Star Wars Celebration Chicago, but all advanced panel lotteries will close on April 4th. However, you do not need to have your badge to enter the lottery. Instead, use your confirmation number or email that you used on your order to enter the lottery. Also, according to StarWars.com, it's important to note that the time in which you enter the lottery has no impact on your chance of winning the lottery. So if you enter the lottery the day the lottery opens, you have no greater chance than somebody who joined the lottery at the very last second. Just join whenever. Don't worry if the site's a little laggy right away on the first day. Just take your time. Enter the lottery between the appropriated days. And this part is critical. All panel lottery winners must claim their reservation before midnight Central Time on April 5th. The really important thing is as soon as you win the lottery, you must claim it. So while there's no rush to join the lottery because your chances aren't going to change based on when you do it, as soon as you win that lottery, you're going to want to claim your seats right away because otherwise you're going to potentially lose them and it'll be like you never won the lottery at all. That is the single most critical thing to take from this. As soon as you win the lottery, decide how many seats you need, and claim those seats. As far as where to enter the lottery, beginning on Friday, March 29th, the advanced panel lottery submissions can be entered by visiting the website you see on your screen. You can presumably also do it through this app. It is going to be an online process. Another important thing to note, and this is something else I'm pulling from StarWars.com, fans will have the ability to enter lotteries for multiple panels at the same time. If a panel lottery is won, the winning fan will be given the entitlement to reserve their admission to that specific panel on the Star Wars Celebration mobile app or the Celebration website. It does specifically say that you can be in multiple lotteries at once. This definitely means that you can be in a Friday lottery, a Saturday lottery, a Sunday lottery. What I'm hoping it means is that on Friday I can enter the lottery for both the Celebration stage and the Galaxy and Twin Sun stage, so I can be in a lottery to see the Episode 9 panel on one of those 3 stages. I would assume that would be okay, but I don't actually know that. That is something I'm trying to infer based on the information presented in front of me, but that's definitely something I'm going to be looking for. Now, everything I just said about the lottery for the Celebration stage is only pertinent to the morning panel on that stage. So it's only pertinent to the very first panel on the Celebration stage on any particular day that you've won. You will have won an assigned seat for that first panel in the day. If you want to see a panel on the Celebration stage that isn't the first panel of the day, entry into the Celebration stage is going to be subject to availability. They are not going to clear out the arena in between panels. So basically, after the Episode 9 panel, no one has to leave. Everyone is allowed to stay in their seat to see the rest of the panels for the rest of the day. They will also have the opportunity to move around. So if you're there and you see a really good seat has cleared out and it's obvious the person is not coming back, it's basically a Mad Max world. You can go up and you can take that seat. And if you want entrance into the Celebration stage later, that's going to be dependent on if enough people left and if there's space, and that's just going to be a thing you're going to have to check on, potentially queue for throughout the day. If you win the lottery to see the streaming of the Celebration stage for the Galaxy or Twin Suns panels, those will be cleared out after. So if you've won the lottery for those stages, you have not won a seat in there for the rest of the day, you will have to clear out, because the rest of the panels that operate on those stages are going to be done with an advanced panel reservation system, which is what we're about to talk about now. It's also been said that any seats won by the lottery for the Celebration stage that aren't claimed, that aren't used, are going to be opened up to an advanced panel registry. There's really not a lot more information on that. I don't think they're anticipating there to be many spaces not used via the lottery, so there isn't as much information on it. But I personally am assuming that the rules for the Celebration stage for any kind of reservations will be the same as the Galaxy and Twin Suns, but there's probably just not going to be very many of them. There's not guaranteed to be any of them. It's going to be based entirely on people turning down the seats that they're allowed to use for winning the lottery. As I said, the Galaxy stage and Twin Sun stages are going to be primarily done by a reservation system or a queuing system. There will be queues for both of those stages if you don't get to make a reservation, but it is something where if there's a specific panel you really, really want to see, you should reserve that seat. Note that there is no assigned seating in Galaxy or Twin Suns, so for those 2 stages you are going to want to arrive early enough to get a better seat, but you can at least guarantee yourself a spot in those panels. So the virtual panel registration system. Let's talk about this now. Fans will be able to use Lightspeed virtual panel reservations to reserve admission for panels all weekend long at the Star Wars Celebration Chicago. Fans will have the ability to make advanced panel reservations for panels on the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages. This provides the opportunity for more fans to enjoy some of our most exciting panels, which would have previously required overnight camping. Continuing on, a partial allocation of seating capacity for all panels at the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages, except for the streaming of the panels from the Celebration stages on Friday, Sunday, and Monday mornings, will be available to fans to reserve admission in advance without a lottery. Panel reservations are offered on a first-come, first-served basis, subject to availability. In addition to being able to possibly win a panel lottery for the morning panels on the Celebration stage each day, fans may make one advanced Lightspeed panel reservation per stage per day for the panels on the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages. Please note, this does not include the live streaming of the morning panels from Celebration on to the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages, as those will require a panel lottery to win. So what that means is every day that you have an active, valid adult pass, you can make 2 total reservations, one for something on the Galaxy stage, one for something on the Twin Sun stage. You can't use 2 on the Twin Suns, 2 on the Galaxy. You have to do one and the other, or presumably, really, you don't have to use either, I suppose, but you have up to 1 for each stage. That does not count if you win the lottery to see the live streaming on that stage, which means if you win the lottery and you get to watch Episode 9's panel on the Galaxy stage, you can then make a Galaxy reservation still that day. It does not get eaten up by your lottery win. For the panels on those stages where you did make a reservation, we have queue lines. As in years past at Celebration, there will be opportunities for fans to walk up and enter a panel without an advanced panel reservation by waiting in these standby queues located at each stage in the West Building. Seating capacity for all panels is limited, and queues for panels may close at any time based on availability. There will be no queue or standby lines for the panels which require a lottery, as they are considered at capacity in advance. A partial allocation of seating for all panels at the Galaxy and Twin Sun stages, except for the live streaming panels of the Celebration stage on Friday, Sunday, and Monday mornings, will be available for fans to reserve. As for what badges you can use to make reservations, it's the same rules as the lottery. All 5-day adult badges, Jedi Master VIP badges, media badges are able to make advanced panel reservations. So the big difference here is if you have the Jedi Master VIP badge, you already won all the lotteries on the Celebration stage, so you already have a seat there, but you still have to make reservations at the Galaxy and Twin Sun stage. As before, special guest exhibitor badges cannot make reservations, and kid badges cannot make reservations, but they can be added to the adult badge that is being used to make reservations. If you're bringing in a child under the age of 5, they ask that the child be able to sit on the parent or guardian's lap for the duration of the panel. Now, for when you can start making your reservations, according to the site, it said panel reservations can be made starting April 11th at 10 a.m. Central, again, Chicago time. So I'm assuming that once it opens, you can make your reservations for all of the panels on all of the days, especially considering the 11th is the first day of the convention and has no panels, so it's not... So it doesn't sound like it's going to be you get to make your reservations on a day-by-day basis. So basically, when the con opens, you can start making your reservations and finalizing your plans then. There is one really important thing to note with your panel reservations. Once you have made a panel reservation with an activated badge, you will be able to view the QR code and virtual reservation confirmation directly within the Star Wars Celebration mobile app. In order to enter the panel, you may use your in-app QR code or your badge for validation into the theater. And this is the important part. Panel reservations must be redeemed at the theater at least 15 minutes prior to the scheduled showtime. Panel reservations expire 15 minutes prior to the start of each panel. So if you're going to a panel that starts at 2 p.m., you have to be there by 1:45 in order to use your reservation. At 1:45, your reservation for a 2 p.m. panel expires, and at that point, it can go to somebody who's just queuing up in line. So while you don't want to get to a panel 2 hours early necessarily, you want to make sure you're getting there early enough that you don't lose your reservation. Now, let's say you've made a reservation or you've won a lottery. What do you do then? You will be sent an email with a confirmation and QR code after a successful panel reservation is made or a lottery has been won. Please print these confirmation codes or keep them handy in your mobile device and treat them as you would any other event ticket. These tickets will be scanned during entry to the Wintrust Arena or whichever arena you've made your reservations for. For your convenience, you have activated your badge and you may attach your panel ticket to your badge and simply use the QR code on your badge or the confirmation code in the Celebration mobile app. Winning lottery confirmations and QR codes can only be redeemed once, so they can't be duplicated or shared with others. Once a QR code is scanned, it is voided and may not be reused. So don't scan it, go in and pass it out to somebody and hope that somebody else can get back in. It's pretty basic, standard. This is what every concert is like, kind of operating procedure. This is also important in the event you won the lottery for a panel that you don't want to go to, but your buddy does. You cannot give your panel reservation or your lottery entitlement to anyone else. They are non-transferable. You are able to add up to 5 friends or family members to your lottery group prior to the lottery taking place, but you are not able to transfer your winning lottery entitlement to someone else after the lottery is over. So if you want to go to a panel that's done through a lottery with your friends, you have to decide that before you enter the lottery, not after. And if you win the lottery, you cannot give it to someone, you cannot sell it to someone. And this is very important because you don't want to get scammed when you're at Celebration. No one can sell you their lottery entitlement. So if someone's like, hey, if you give me $100, I'll let you into my winning seat in the Phantom Menace panel. No, they won't, because no, they can't. So that's very important. You've either won the lottery or you haven't. You're either in a group with somebody who won the lottery that you joined ahead of time, or you haven't. Be careful. Don't kick yourself because you made a mistake. Don't get scammed. It's very important that you keep this part straight. I also want to note that there's a lottery for more than just panels. A lot of the exclusive merchandise, things done through like Hasbro or Funko, that kind of stuff, they're being done through a lottery as well. Star Wars Celebration Chicago features some of the top brands from the Star Wars universe selling exclusive items that are not offered anywhere else. Funko, Hasbro, and Lego will be utilizing an advanced lottery in order to handle the demand and to provide more fans with the opportunity to purchase exclusive items from their booth. Fans will be able to enter and manage lotteries from these exhibitor exclusives through the Star Wars mobile app and the Celebration website. Lotteries for all exhibitor exclusives will open Wednesday, March 27th and close on Wednesday, April 3rd. Fans must enter the lottery before 11:59 Central Time, that's Chicago time, on Wednesday, April 3rd. The time in which you enter the lottery has no impact on your chances of winning. Multiple entries with the same email address, confirmation number, or badge activation number will be voided. Entries to exclusive exhibitor lotteries are limited to up to the number of badges associated with the email address or order number. So again, if you have 4 adult badges on your order, you get 4 entries. If you are looking for some of these exclusive stuff, make sure you're doing that ahead of time. Don't expect to walk in on Thursday and find the exclusive Funko Pop that you've been looking for. The final thing to note that you can do with this app, at least that I'm going to talk about today, is virtual queuing for the Celebration merch stores. The Lightspeed Lane is a special entrance to the Celebration store and other select show features at Star Wars Celebration that provides expedited entry into the ultimate shopping experience in the galaxy while reducing wait time. Simply show up to the Lightspeed Lane at your assigned time and enjoy a dedicated queue into the Celebration store where you can purchase some of the hottest exclusives in the Star Wars universe. So if you want to get into the Celebration store, you can actually book a time to enter. It's kind of like a Disney Fast Pass. That way you don't have to wait in line and waste time waiting in line just to get into a store. You can say, I want to go to the store at 1:30, let's say, and plan your day around being able to enter the merch store there. Yes, it's a little bit more inconvenient that you have to plan when you want to do shopping, but then you don't have to wait in line to do shopping. Well, this was a lot of information. I'm sorry if that was a lot of information at you fast. Like I said, I'm going to leave links to the articles I've been discussing in the description. If you have any other questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll try to answer them to the best I can, but I'm really not that knowledgeable on this. The best bet you have is to spend more time at the website or reach out to some of the Celebration accounts and employees that you find on various platforms like Twitter. See if you can get them to answer you themselves. They've been pretty good about talking to people. As much as this sounds like a lot and as much as this sounds really daunting, I'm really excited to get to Star Wars Celebration. I'm hoping to see a lot of you guys there. Please follow us on our various social media platforms. I'm going to be trying to keep everybody up to date. I'll be on Twitter, on our Instagram. I'll be popping into our Discord during that weekend. And I'd love to talk to you guys and see you all there. And until then, keep it real and fly casual.
Cooking can be fun.